Hey guys, Big John here. So today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about boat selection and what I like to use on the Detroit River, Lake Erie, and Lake St. Clair. Let's get the cover off and I'll show you what I like to use. So anyways, I've owned several boats over the years. I've had everything from aluminum boats for hand lining and hunting to bass boats for fishing. And I kind of wanted to combine the two boats into one so I could do everything off of one boat. So anyways, I decided to have a steel hull made from Goodrow Boat. So, you know, he builds them right out of his garage in Comber, Ontario. Mark's his name, great guy. But he'll basically build you a steel hull or an aluminum boat any way you want it. But anyways, I decided to go with the steel hull. I'm kind of old school. I like having the steel hull because it's a heavier boat. It can handle the ice, and when you're hand lining, there's a lot of bow weight. So you know, when it's rough and you got heavy winds coming in, that bow sits pretty good on the river there. You know, like a lot of the small aluminum boats, like, because most of your weight's in the back. You got two guys in the back hand lining. And then, you know, your bow's up a little bit. On those aluminum boats, that wind's going to grab that bow and try and throw you off. So that's why I like having the steel. And for the ice, it's a little bit more maintenance of steel hull because you got to paint it every year or every other year. But you know what? That's fun. You know, you paint it once a year. It gives you something to do for a day. And yeah, it's awesome. Some guys are getting them powder coated and stuff. You know, that lasts a lot longer. But I just use Beauty Tone Gray from Home Hardware and give her a shot of paint every year. So anyways, I'll go over my setup here. Basically, I wanted a bulletproof boat. I wanted something cheap. You know, the bass boats were great. You know, you get to your spot, you're doing 60 mile an hour on the water. That's all fun and games. But every day you go fishing, you're burning through $30 worth of gas, you know, for a little run. This boat here, I got a 44 stroke on it, Mercury. I can basically, I can fish all day, run up and down for $3-4 worth of gas. So that's one great thing about the smaller motor. It's fast enough for me. You know what, two guys, full gear, I can get 25, 26 mile an hour out of it. That's all I need. As you get older, you don't need the speed anymore. The reason I named it Tank is because it reminds me of a tank. It's bulletproof. It's just a great boat. So I'm gonna bring you over now, and I'm gonna show you some of the insides of the boat and what I did to customize the boat. So I'm gonna grab the camera. I'll take you over. Let's start. I got a 44 stroke on the back. Power trim tilt. It's a great little motor for this boat. So then, as you can see, I got the two seats in the back here. That's where we sit when we hand line and troll, and when we're running. You know, Mark builds everything the way you want, so he'll customize. I'm going to zoom in here. You can see I got my little electrical control panel, and I got one battery under there. So that electrical control panel, that runs all my lights on the boat. I wired it all up. I put all that on, so that's great. And everything works great. I got one battery back there. That's strictly for cranking. And that runs my fish finder. I don't have my fish finders on the boat because it's winter time. But anyways, that's where my first fish finder goes. And that one I got an Elite 7 on the back, which is great. I got the GPS on there, and Navionics and all that. So it's really great. Shows you all the contour lines. It's got down imaging and all that stuff too. Then we're gonna move towards the front. Like I say, mind my boat. It's a little dirty. So we got a casting deck. Now I built this casting deck, and it's a little bit of a trick building it. You know, you want to make a template out of cardboard or styrofoam, and then basically, you know, you just build like a little 2x4 frame underneath, and on top I used it's not marine grade, it's pressure treated plywood basically, and yeah, I use that, and then just go to your Home Depot, get indoor outdoor carpet, and there you go. I got a little stainless steel access door there, and under that door I got built-in battery charger, and I got my two batteries up front to create the 24 volts for the electric trolling motor. And also I have a built-in battery charger under there, and there's more than enough storage under there for all my life jackets, safety gear, and all that stuff. And okay, we're gonna move up to the electric now, so you can see I got a Minn Kota. I'm old school. I like the old school foot pedal. I got 24 volts of power, 80 pounds thrust, 68-inch shaft, because the bow on this boat's out of the water a bit. So yeah, it's an all-around nice little setup. Then I had like little tabs welded on both sides for my hand. I only got one hand line on the boat right now, just to show you. I keep those off in the winter too. So yeah, my hand line mounts right there. So yeah, basically, guys, you can turn any boat. You can turn any boat into a bass boat style boat. The main thing is, like, when I had this boat built, I wanted the wider floor, so you get the stability. Because you got to remember, when you move up a bit and you put a casting deck on the front, you know, you're higher, so there's more pivot to the boat. So you want a wider base boat when you do it. You know, if you do it on a little 14-foot boat, that's fine. You know, just try and don't go too high with it, because you know, the force of you up on there, it's going to be a little more rocky. So keep it as low as you can. This boat it's really wide and very stable for what it is. So yeah, look up Mark from Good Row Boats. He'll build you what you want. I'm gonna zoom in on his logo there. Yeah, so it's Good Row Boats. If you Google that, you'll get all the information you need, and he'll take care of you. He builds an awesome boat, and just a great all-around guy to deal with. It's nice, man. I come into the dock a little hot, get a little scratch on it. Oh wow, come home, grab a little bit of Beauty Tone Gray and give her a little touch up. You're not worrying. When you have a bass boat, you hit into a dock or something, you're tearing your head off, wondering if you should call your insurance, or you know, it's just, that's the one nice thing about a steel hull. You run into a dock or a buoy or something, whoopity-doo, there you go. You're good to go. You know, go home, put a coat of paint on it, you're good. Anyways, guys, cheers. Don't forget to subscribe, and give me the thumbs up at the bottom. Thanks, guys. Take care.